Well, our first guest this week joins us direct from Las Vegas, Nevada, Mr. Brett Pojunas. He's a board member of a company called Players Network. Their stock symbol's PNTV. Brett, welcome back to the program.
Hey, thanks for having me. It's good to be back.
Now, I know you're pretty excited about a new project the company has acquired this week. It's called Marijuana Incubator. Tell us about that.
Sure. So let's start with Players Network. Players Network is our publicly traded company. We've been publicly traded and fully reporting for over 23 years. We trade on the OTCQB under the stock symbol PNTV. Players Network is a diversified holding corporation. We operate in media and marijuana. So with Marijuana Incubator, this is just a fantastic acquisition for us. We're going to utilize this as a tool to go out and find different deals that are available in the marijuana industry all across the board. So we're really excited about this. This is going to be a great tool for us moving forward.
Well, your website, marijuanaincubator.net, states that your team is made up of visionaries and risk takers who look at the world differently. Can you expand on that?
Sure. So unlike most, incubators, we take a really different approach. We're looking for people that want to put everything out there and they believe in what they're doing and they're going to take a risk. And we're in a fun industry right now where, there's no real right or wrong. There's no field manual or a guidebook on how to run a marijuana company. We're kind of calling a lot of audibles as we go. And it's a lot of fun, but our management team is very different. We have a lot of fun and we want to think way outside of the box. There's no box. We want to think way outside of the box. And when we look for entrepreneurs, we're looking for people that are passionate and we want to find people that have ideas that they really truly believe in. So that's our management team. And when we look at the portfolio companies that we're going after, we want the same type of thought process when we invest in these companies.
You like to get involved at early stages and you provide capital, tools, and other resources for entrepreneurs. What do you look for, Brett, in target companies?
Sure. So yeah, we do like to get involved as early as possible. We have a huge threshold for risk, and since this whole industry is in its infancy stage, right now it's time to get involved. With any stage, but earlier the better. We have a couple different things that we're working on right now. So if you go to our website, marijuanaincubator.net, you can go to About Us, or you can go what we look for, and you're going to see that we picked out I think it's 16 target states right now. We have a map that interactive and explains all this. In the 16 states, we're looking for seed to sale solutions, and what that means are cultivation facilities, production facilities, and dispensaries. So that's the seed to sale model. And then from a technology standpoint, again, we're in our infancy stages. All sorts of really cool technologies are going to be coming up all across the world. So that there's no boundaries. If somebody has a good idea that can help make anyone's life easier in the marijuana industry, we absolutely want to start talking to them. And as far as the tools and resources, it's not just the money. We've got a huge network that we put together, and we can really help catapult companies.
At the website, there's a section called Work With Us. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, sure. So when we were putting this together, a couple of us were talking about, not for nothing, why don't we just put a link here and see if we could find some really talented people. And you'll see this, it's fairly common on a lot of accelerator and incubator companies. They'll list the Work With Us, but I can't even begin to tell you how many people reached out to me, Don, and said, hey, Brett, how do I get involved in the marijuana industry? How do I do that? And there's a lot of experienced leaders, executives, officers, directors that are really either curious about the industry or they really want to get involved. And so we're encouraging people to go to the website and fill out the form. And then here's the cool part. When we have our portfolio companies, we intend on initially, I'd say in the next quarter, we'll probably have a fund established specifically for Marijuana Incubator. And we're going to be working with a lot of companies. And when these companies have roles that need to be filled, we'd like to have a strong database that we can pull from and place really good, exceptional people into these companies. These positions that will be available, you're not going to find them on Monster.com or Craigslist. It's going to be unique just to us, and we'll do the best we can to try and place people. So yeah, we want everyone that's interested in getting involved into the industry to go on to the website and fill out that Work With Us form.
Well, it seems to me like you become a hands-on mentor or partner.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, as I've said 5 times in this interview thus far, we're in our infancy stages, and people who have had 6 months to a year of experience, that's a lot. That's a long time in this space. So we want to be as hands-on as we can without conflicting their business model or interfering with their business model.
Well, Brett, how can entrepreneurs and investors engage with Marijuana Incubator?
So what I want your viewers to do is to please go to marijuanaincubator.net. Again, that's marijuanaincubator.net. And when you go there, there's a lot of different forms. Some of the forms are a little bit longer, but we want to gather as much information as we possibly can. And the main sections you have apply, and that's for people who have a great idea or a company that's established already in the marijuana industry. You have work with us, which we just discussed. Those are people who want to start working in the marijuana industry. We have an investor section. Although we intend on investing most of the money ourselves, if not all of it, we do want to see, we might be able to find some very wealthy individuals, or we might find some funds that would like to allocate a portion of their portfolio into marijuana, and we'd help them from a management standpoint as well as guiding them. So yeah, when people go to marijuanaincubator.net, then they'll be able to see what is most applicable for them. And they can fill out a form and we'll get back to them.
Once again, the company's Players Network, their stock symbol's PNTV. Brett, congratulations on this new acquisition. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely. Thanks for having us Don. I really appreciate it. And we hope to give you an update on Marijuana Incubator real soon. And again, thank you for everything that you do.